Time for some cookery now, and Michela Chiappa's in the kitchen testing out the latest viral trend in baking. This uses an entire orange, and I can really smell it, like it's really zesty.
Yeah, do you know what? When I saw this recipe, you know, like you do when you watch the socials and you go, oh, God, I could do that. I gave it a go, and it definitely didn't work, and that really annoys me. So, 4 tests later, I finally got it. I've
Well, I've been waiting to do this all morning.
And I'm going to say it is absolutely pimple simple, but Gok has been back here messing around, so I'm slightly terrified.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing earlier on. Gok's chuckling off camera, and I was like, what's he laughing at?
Well,
He went,
I'm a bit
I've
worried.
taken something she needs.
It's
and
so
he's just waiting
easy.
for you to find the thing
I didn't
that's
do
not
anything.
there.
I promised I didn't.
I'm going to nick a bra off you and we'll see how you go.
And that's the thing, it's so simple, but it might not be simple because I could be missing something major. But there we go. Orange, now
You've
then.
got the orange, that's a good
You
start.
got the orange. Now, you do ideally need seedless oranges, and the reason for that is if you blend the seeds, they'll obviously be bitter.
Yeah.
So if you can find them, good
That's
for you.
so lovely.
Or you just pull them out.
Really fresh.
So it goes in whole, the whole orange,
Even the
like
pip?
that. Yep, everything. Now, you want a Swiss orange, so usually the ones that have got thick skin are not as sweet, so try and find like a navel orange. And then you've got 4 eggs.
So you don't scrape the pith off?
No, no. The only thing you
So
need
you need
out
2
of there
oranges?
is... Pardon?
Do you need 2 oranges?
Well,
then?
if you want to double the recipe.
No, I'm just thinking about how if you're going to blend that, you don't end up with this.
Well, this is the extra bit. So
Right.
this is the bit if you want to do a drizzle, but quite honestly, I don't think it even needs the drizzle sometimes. So the actual cake part, you do need to take the pips out, 4 eggs, and then we got about 170. Here I'm using sunflower oil, but you could use whatever oil you want. Olive oil, avocado, coconut. It's just a cost thing, really.
Right, okay.
And then I've got a teaspoon of lemon extract. Now, if you haven't got this, you could just use lemon juice or even zest of a lemon. It's for a bit of extra flavour. And then this is about 200 grams of caster sugar. And that needs to... Now, this is the key thing with this. Let me just show you. We're going to always
Can't
fun
do
with
this by hand, can you?
No, no.
You definitely need a blender.
And people have asked, what do I do if I haven't got a blender? Do you know what? You do need some form of a blender for this recipe.
So this takes quite a bit because you don't want any big bits of orange.
No,
in
you
there.
need to get this blended. So you need the orange to be basically quite fine.
But there are little bits in here, aren't there? So you are going to get, some little bits of
little bits of texture.
Yeah.
But once you've done that, now this was what the TikTok thing didn't tell you. They said, check it all in and press a button. Well, don't do that because it will get really dense, and that's quite moist and light.
Yeah.
So I've got here 200 grams of self-raising.
So you put the dry ingredient in after.
After, yeah, really important. So half a teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt. And then I would fold this, or if you are using one of these, just really gently pulse it. Oops, stop. There we go. So just really gently pulse it, because if you overbeat it, the flour in, that's where it's going to get really dense.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's very, very, very wet. Oh, are you going to come off now? OK, so you put it into a lined baking tin. Now, this is about a £2 loaf tin.
Yep.
And that goes into a preheated oven. It's about 180 or 160 fan. And that, honestly...
Is
after
it?
about 45 minutes. I mean, it's that simple.
It's really nice because I love a lemon drizzle cake. I like that kind of sharpness and with the sweet.
Yeah.
And actually, it feels like that, but just a different take on it.
Now, you've got a bit of creme fraiche there, but I'm going to quickly show you a drizzle. So I got a cup of icing sugar, a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of orange zest, all thrown in, and a tablespoon of orange juice. And I don't know if people do this at home, but I used to do this. I'd throw a drizzle on and it would just disappear. Well, the trick with that is it's the butter and the cream. The extra bit of fat is what holds it up.
Sits it on top.
Sits it on top. Now, you've got to stir that. I haven't got much time left. So, here's my drizzle I prepared earlier. And drizzle it on a cold cake.
Right.
That's the other thing, because otherwise the hot cake will... And you just... Now, this is a bit of an extra. It's a bit to tart it up, but do you know what? I don't think it needs... The cake doesn't need it, but it is that little bit of...
It does. I actually saved, because I've eaten it all, I saved the top bit because that's my favourite. So I actually say that you can taste it, and it does make a difference.
Does make OK. So Phil says
That's
otherwise.
really lovely. Thank you.
No,
Stunning.
welcome.
Really lovely. Thank you very much. For details of today's recipe and more delicious ideas from all of our amazing chefs, just download the free This Morning app.